This is what you see. A quiet green forest. Leaves moving in the wind. Flowers scattered through the shade. A bird landing softly on a branch. To the human eye, the world looks complete. Green trees. Blue sky. Brown bark. Red berries. A simply familiar landscape. But this is only one version of reality. Now imagine a hidden filter sweeping across the forest. The leaves begin to glow. The flowers turn into luminous targets. Invisible trails appear across the ground. Feathers that looked plain suddenly shimmer with secret colors. The air itself seems filled with data. This is not fantasy. This is closer to how a bird may see the world. You see a green tree. A bird sees a glowing map. Welcome to the decryption of the secret spectrums. Human vision is an evolutionary masterpiece. It allows us to recognize faces, read words, build cities, paint art, and navigate the world. But compared to many birds, we are limited. In some ways, we are almost colorblind. It all comes down to the hardware inside the retina. Humans are trichromats. We build our visual world from three main color channels: red, green, and blue. Every color you have ever seen is created from those three signals: sunrise gold, forest green, ocean blue, blood red. But birds are different. Many birds are tetrachromats. They have 4 color channels. That fourth cone is sensitive to ultraviolet light, a part of the spectrum that exists beyond the boundary of human perception. We cannot see it, but they can. And this changes everything. They do not just see more color. They see an additional dimension of light, a layer of reality that our brains cannot even imagine. It is like trying to describe music to someone who has only ever heard 3 notes. Birds have access to another note, another channel, another hidden language. To understand this, look at the spectrum of light. Humans normally see roughly from violet to red, around 380 to 700 nanometers. But birds can often detect ultraviolet light below that human limit, reaching into the 300 to 400 nanometer range. For them, this invisible range is not scientific data. It is daily life. A common starling may look dark and ordinary to us. A sparrow may look plain. A feather may seem dull. But under ultraviolet light, those same birds can become dazzling. Patterns appear. Patches glow. Hidden markings reveal themselves. Some birds look camouflaged. To each other, they may look like neon billboards. This is the secret language of feathers. A male and female bird that look almost identical to human eyes may look completely different to another bird. UV brightness can signal health, cleanliness, parasite resistance, and genetic strength. A potential mate may not be judging what we see at all. It may be reading an invisible code. beauty, for birds, is often hidden from us. A peacock tail is not just colorful in our visible world, or no UV. It may become even more intense. A hummingbird throat can flash like a strobe of living light. A bird's feather is not just decoration. It is a signal, a status report, a biological advertisement. Nature is speaking in colors we have no names for. But ultraviolet vision is not only about beauty. It is also about food. Flowers have evolved their own secret signs. To human eyes, a flower may look evenly colored, but under UV, many flowers reveal landing strips, bullseyes, or glowing veins that point toward nectar. These marks guide bees, insects, and nectar-feeding birds directly to the reward. The plant says, "Come here." The bird answers with flight. This is coevolution, as a visual conversation. Plants and birds developed a private language that excludes humans. Fruit can do the same. Some berries reflect UV when they are ripe, becoming easier for birds to detect against green foliage. A berry may simply look dark or red. To a bird, it may shine like a tiny sign saying, "Eat me." Even seeds can stand out differently. What we see as dust or soil may contain bright contrasts that help a bird forage quickly and accurately. We see the ground. They see opportunity. Now move from color to clarity. A golden eagle flying high above a valley does not see the world the way we do. The ground from that altitude becomes blurred into shapes and patches. But a raptor's eye is built for extreme resolution. It is like having 8K vision in a biological body. The density of visual receptors in a raptor's retina can be far greater than ours. That means more visual detail is captured from the same scene. A rabbit in a field, invisible to us from far away, may snap into sharp focus for an eagle. If humans had eagle-like visual acuity, we might read details across distances that would seem impossible. A bird of prey does not simply look at the landscape. It analyzes it. A small movement in grass, a tiny shift in shadow, a body shape half hidden under leaves. The eye captures it. The brain processes it. The hunt begins. But birds do not only see sharper, they see faster. Humans experience motion as smooth at a certain frame rate. Our movies often play at 24 frames per second, and our perception blends motion together. But many birds process visual information at much higher speeds. Their flicker fusion threshold is higher than ours, meaning they can separate fast visual changes that would blur together for us. To a bird, our cinema might look like a slow, flickering slideshow. A light bulb that looks steady to us may appear to pulse. A fast-moving insect that looks like a blur to us may be tracked as a clear sequence of positions. Birds live in a higher frame rate reality. This is why a bird can dart through dense branches, snap insects from the air, or react to a threat before we fully register movement. Their world updates faster. Their reaction time is tuned to survival. They are not just seeing the world. They are reading it in ultra-fast frames. Then comes one of the strangest abilities of all magnetic vision. Migratory birds cross continents, oceans, deserts, and cities. They return to breeding grounds, feeding areas, and nesting sites with astonishing precision. For a long time, people ask the obvious question, how? Part of the answer may be inside the eye. Birds have light-sensitive proteins called cryptochromes. These proteins can react to blue light and may be influenced by Earth's magnetic field through quantum-level processes. The result may allow birds to perceive magnetic direction as a visual overlay. In other words, birds may not only feel magnetic north, they may see it. Imagine flying across the planet with an invisible compass projected onto the landscape. A subtle blue shadow, a directional glow, a pattern in the sky that tells you where you are and where to go. No map, no phone, no handheld compass. A natural GPS, hardwired into the visual system. To a migrating bird, the Earth itself becomes readable. Rivers, coastlines, stars, sunlight, smells, and magnetic fields all combine into a navigational reality far beyond ours. The world is not just scenery. It is a living map. When the sun sets, another kind of superhuman vision takes over. The owl. Owls are not designed for ultraviolet spectacle in the same way many daytime birds are. They are built for darkness. Their eyes are enormous, tubular, and fixed in the skull. They act like light-gathering instruments, pulling in every possible photon. Doze. A dark forest may look empty. To an owl, it may be a sharp grayscale world. A mouse moving under leaves becomes visible. A tiny twitch becomes information. A shadow becomes a target. Owls pay a price for this design. Their eyes are so large and fixed that they cannot move much in their sockets. So the neck does the work. An owl can rotate its head dramatically, scanning space without moving the body. This is mechanical compensation for visual perfection. Where the eagle rules distance, the owl rules darkness. But all bird eyes share the same principal optimization. Oil droplets inside cone cells can act like built-in color filters, sharpening contrast and reducing haze. The pecten oculi, a strange comb-like structure inside the eye, helps nourish the retina without blood vessels blocking the image. The nictitating membrane, a transparent third eyelid, protects the eye while allowing vision to continue. These are not simple eyes. They are armored, filtered, stabilized optical devices. A falcon diving at extreme speed needs protection from wind and debris. A kingfisher striking water must correct for refraction. A seabird looking through glare needs natural filters. A hummingbird hovering near flowers needs high-speed focus and stabilization. A pigeon scanning a city needs wide awareness. Each bird species is a set of lenses tuned for a mission. Hunter, pollinator, navigator, night assassin, forager, survivor. Eye position matters too. Predators often have forward-facing eyes for depth and precision. Prey birds often have eyes on the sides of the head for a wider field of view. A chicken can detect danger from behind without turning around. A duck can monitor a broad horizon. A pigeon can scan a public square with constant awareness. Evolution leaves no wasted details on the face. The eyes tell you the lifestyle. They tell you whether the animal chases, hides, searches, migrates, dives, or escapes. But modern human environments are creating new problems for these extraordinary systems. Artificial lights can confuse migrating birds. Glass windows reflect sky and trees, becoming invisible traps. Our cities are filled with signals bird eyes did not evolve to decode. Their superhuman vision can still be fooled by human design. But if we understand their perception, we can protect them. Bird-safe glass, better lighting, UV-visible markings, architecture that respects the way birds see. Science becomes compassion when it changes how we build. And it becomes humility when it changes how we look. Because the truth is simple, we do not see the full world. We see the human version. A bird may see ultraviolet marks on feathers, magnetic information in the sky, motion at a faster frame rate, food signals in plants, and details across distances that would vanish for us. The forest is not only green. The flower is not only red. The feather is not only black. The sky is not only blue. Reality is layered, and each species unlocks a different version of it. Bird vision is not just better vision. It is another way of existing, another relationship with light, movement, distance, direction, and time. When we look at a bird, we are looking at a pinnacle of biological engineering, a living camera, a compass, a scanner, a filter, a high-speed processor wrapped in feathers. And every secret we discover in a bird's eye teaches us something larger about the universe itself. The world is far more colorful than human eyes can ever perceive. Next time a bird takes flight, remember it may be flying through signals you cannot see, following maps you cannot read, and living inside a spectrum you cannot imagine. You are only seeing part of the story. They are seeing the invisible,